Welcome back to Fresno Forward. Our next guest, Tom Willey of TD Willey Farms, has a 75-acre patch of the central San Joaquin Valley in Madera, California. They have been farming since 1980 and certified organic by the California Certified Organic Farmers since 1987. Watered by snowmelt streams from the Sierra Nevada, the rich soils of this region make up the most productive farmscape on Earth. And Tom, thanks for coming in with us tonight.
Thank you. Thank you for the invitation.
You've got all kinds of stuff here on the table, and it's making me hungry. I feel like we should have a kitchen show
We brought some
next
of the
time.
bounty of the land.
Yeah, it looks good. Now you're growing everything out there from artichokes to rutabagas, and I know it's fall right now. So what are you growing out there right now for fall?
Well, it's kind of cool because it's a transition period.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the summer production is still hanging on: tomatoes, cucumbers, peppers. But new cool season crops are coming on, like these collards and these green beans. So it's kind of a real bounteous time, but
right.
It's kind of a hard thing to juggle as the farmer because trying to keep summer things going and get the other things happening, and you don't know which way the weather's going to fall.
Right, you do like a crop rotation, so you're switching every season, you're doing something different.
Exactly. We farm all 4 seasons. We harvest 52 weeks out of the year, and we generally either plant or seed a crop every single week of the year as well. This is a really generous, bounteous Mediterranean climate here, and you can eat like a king out of your own garden all year long around here.
Now you've got, from what I hear, you've got great employees out there that have just stick with you year after year. What can you tell me about the employees out there?
We have a number of people that have worked for us for 20 years, 15 years, 10 years. We uniquely keep over 60 people full-time year-round employed on our farm. So even though we do use some seasonal help in the summer because a lot of hay grows when the sun shines, we have over 30 years developed a year-round production system, and we're able to keep full-time year-round employed over 60 people. So we kind of have a community that is very stable, and people that have worked for us for many years, and they have a stake in our business, in the success of our business, because it provides them a steady paycheck all year round.
That's great. Now, how do you produce harvest year-round without the use of toxic chemicals on a commercial scale?
Well, we're using methods that are approved by the USDA's National Organic Program, Certified Organic Production. It's really been developed, it's been developed for 10,000 years.
Right.
Because you say, how do you grow things without chemicals? Well, we all grew things. All of our ancestors grew without chemicals for about 10,000 years, till we discovered them about 100 years ago, or maybe 150 years ago, and we kind of went wacky with them.
You know, that's the same thing with milk. You know, we used to just drink milk, and that was fine, and then it got to be pasteurized and homogenized, and we feel like nowadays that's the only way that it's okay to drink. But really, I mean,
there are many wonderful things about high production agriculture, a lot of which we try to preserve in an organic system. We're trying to blend science and natural systems to have a high production agriculture and produce the most nutrient dense food that we can. So we use composted animal manures, we use composted green material, plant products. We use things like fish emulsion, seaweed extract, micronutrients and microbial stimulants. We bow down to the microbes that live in our soil, 10 billion of which I could hold in a handful of dirt right here, more than all the people and the humans on the face of the earth. And it's a very productive system if you honor it and take good care of it. So
it seems like you're doing a pretty good job of that by the looks of with everything you got on the table here.
Thank you.
Now you've been quoted as saying you are what you eat.
No, that's not my quote. That's
you said it. Somebody else said it first.
But a German fellow.
But I mean, what does that mean to you?
Well, and Hippocrates said the same thing: "Let your food be your medicine, and your medicine be your food." It means that there's no more sacred activity every day that you do for yourself or for your children or your family than the kinds of food that you put in your body. My goodness.
Right.
And a lot of us have kind of do that in a very unthoughtful way, and we have very poor diets in this country, and we eat a lot of food that and quality of food which is poor, and it's very highly processed, and we have a lot of degenerative disease in our society to show for that 50, 60-year experiment of eating industrially. So we feel like you need to eat intimately with a piece of soil, and if you don't do the piece of soil in your backyard, you should be intimate with a farmer that's in your neighborhood and eat like this. This is an example of one of the boxes that we delivered this week.
Yeah, this is great. We've got your website up, tdwilleyfarms.com. You guys can check that out. It's a great looking website. You've got a lot of good information on there.
Thank
you. I mean, so people can order bags of fruit and
you order
vegetables.
The box.
Order a box.
Yeah,
okay.
You order the box, and the box comes each week, and it's a selection of 8 to 12 items of certified organic products that are productive on the farm at that moment.
Yeah. Okay.
We do cooperate with some other farmers. We don't grow grapevines, and we don't grow apple trees, so we do source those from organic growers that we are familiar with in the area or nearby. But all of the vegetables here are grown on our 75 acres in Madera.
Now, do you guys do any warehousing for, you're picking a lot of stuff and you keep it in the warehouse for a certain amount of time before it goes out? Does that happen at all?
All of these products, with the exception of the grapes and the apples, were picked today, and they are designed for delivery tomorrow. So we try to, particularly the leafy green stuff is all picked within 24 hours of your receiving it. So
okay. Yeah, so people ordering
it's the
stuff.
next best thing to running out the back door and cutting the head of lettuce and making a salad out of it.
I mean, it's more convenient than going to the store and maybe getting something that has been grown with pesticides and a lot of fertilizers.
Well, even if you get an organic product in a store, it might have traveled 500, 600,000 miles by the time that you have an opportunity to take it off the shelf. It might be a week old. And as we know that no matter how nutrient dense a piece of produce was the day you picked it, 7 days later, that is a lot of those phytochemicals have broken down, and it's not as valuable as it was when it was fresh picked. So this is an opportunity to get very fresh picked product to you within 24 hours.
Now, what do you say to people who criticize small farms as being inefficient?
Small farms are less efficient in certain ways. If I grow, say, 5 acres of tomatoes, if I grew 500 acres of tomatoes, I could produce a tomato a lot. I could compete at a lot lower prices than I can now. However, we have kind of efficiency of an organism that is mitigates its risk by growing many different crops over many different seasons, and provides year-round employment for a significant group of people. And we think those are efficiencies that the large industrial farms, they don't have and they don't achieve. Also, we're able to produce this without synthetic chemicals or pesticides, which are that's a very difficult thing to achieve on a large-scale industrial farm as well. So there's efficiencies that one trades for the other. We can't sell our product for the lowest price possible, but what we compete on is that we have the highest quality and the most delicious produce and the most nutrient-dense produce that's out there in the marketplace.
Yeah, that's great.
That's what we're going for.
Awesome.
That's my holy grail.
Now, people can come out and tour the farm also?
Absolutely. If you belong to our community-supported agriculture program, if your family is a member of that, you have access to our farm every day of the week except Sunday when we don't work. You're welcome to come out there and see if we're walking the talk, or if Tom is just up here blowing smoke at you, and we're buying it from a warehouse. In fact, this coming Saturday is one of our big farm tour days of the year. We'll have a whole train of wagons pulled behind a tractor, and a lot of people will be out there surveying their farm and measuring me up on Saturday. But any day of the week, if you're a member, you're welcome to come out and walk around your farm and ask questions and see if we're doing it right, up to your standards.
Great. All right. Tom Willey, everybody. Check out his site, tdwilleyfarms.com, and come out for the tour on Saturday. Sounds like a lot of fun. You'll be able to see what's really going on out there and how it's supposed to be done. So, Tom, thanks for coming in.
Thank you very much for the opportunity.
We'll be back in a minute with Michelle Tidrow.